Oh my gosh, I'm live on YouTube. Can you believe it? Okay, so I hardly ever go live on YouTube. And the big reason was because y'all know my internet connection was really weird, but I've invested into some great internet to give me a really cool upload speed so I can move around. As you can see, I've got a new set in the background. And that set is for the new channel that I'm launching for my personal brand, which is called Individual Audacity. And I'm really excited about it, but that's not what this video is about. This video is more about first wishing you guys a very happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays, Glenn. Oh man, it's great to see your name pop up here. So before I get started with some holiday love for each and every one of you, if you're here and you're watching, do me a favor and say hi in the chat box and let me know where you're located. I would also love to know what your niche is. That'll be great. So, you know, when I first started this channel, I only uploaded videos all the time. And then after a while, I started doing kind of like a weekly Q&A every Wednesday at a certain time. And then I stopped doing the Q&A. And now that I've got somewhat more of a supercharged internet speed, I will be going back and doing some more lives once a week to answer questions. Now, this live will only be up for, we'll only do it for about 15 minutes because my goal is definitely to help and inspire each and every one of you that are interested in starting and growing and scaling your niche recruitment and staffing business. But there's only so much that I can go over online. I really want to get you guys into Staffingpreneurs Academy where there's so much information there. And it's so interesting because I have a really hardcore message for you guys today. And I'm going to go into it in a second, but I want to say hi to everybody. Oh, you're here. Okay, so I think this is Sarah. Happy Thanksgiving in Chicago. I'll be in Chicago in a couple of, maybe next month, the month after next. So thank you for being here. You're starting out. What's your niche? Audit and finance. Yes, I love it. Hey, Latasha. Mwah, happy Thanksgiving. Hey, Glenn. Thank you so much for being here. So glad. Where are you located, Glenn, and what's your niche? Hey, Donyette, so good to see you. Houston, Texas. I'm always in Houston. Like, that's one of my prime locations. I have more clients in Houston, Texas than any place in the world. So I'm there all the time. Administrative service and information management. You've got two niches. I hope you've got a team if you're tackling two at the same time. That's a little just extra sweet piece of love for you there. But I'm super excited about your niche. Both really, really great areas. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you go into success. So listen, I get like phone calls, right? When I first started this channel, I was like, oh, call me. Oh, Lord, now I get so many phone calls, I really can't even take them all. My assistant is going crazy, honestly, like people are just calling randomly and they just want to send love. So first, I just want to say thank you to everybody who is sending me love. I really, 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 really appreciate you. And second, I can't take a lot of phone calls anymore because it's just super busy. I want to get more content out to you. So if I'm taking phone calls, it's hard for me to get content out to you. So one of the things I would love to see you guys do is like comment under my videos and tell me what types of questions you have so I'll know what type of videos to create for you. Okay? Because I definitely want to see you all succeed. Not everybody is going to have the means to actually go out there and buy my training course. And I totally get that. And so while I don't put my hardcore training here on YouTube, I do try to give you as much information to get you going so that you're moving in the right direction. Because at the end of the day, my goal is to ensure that people aren't starting a recruiting and staffing business and running it the way one was ran back in 1985. Because the industry is shifting so aggressively. That's one of the reasons why I started the podcast, staffingstartup.tv. Hey, Asia Parham. Hey. because I wanted you guys not to just hear Coach D telling you about all the shifts and changes that are taking place, but I also wanted you to be able to hear it from other people and to be able to learn and grow from other people. So if you haven't had an opportunity, check out the StaffingStartup.tv podcast. It actually has its own YouTube channel, but I do try to put a lot of the videos here on this channel as well. And then, of course, you can go to StaffingStartup.tv. We are going into season 2. Season 2 of StaffingStartup.tv, which I'm super excited about. Now, I know I'm going fast, right? So just try to keep up with me. We are also doing our top 10 applicant tracking system video. And I know I've been saying that all year, but I actually wanted to test every ATS that I could. And I have literally tested just about every applicant tracking system on the market. So we're doing our top 10. It'll come out in December. I'm super excited about that. So I really want you guys to think about the technology that you're using. And I want you to understand what your options are out there so that you can use the technology that's going to work for you and your business and that will ultimately grow with you, right? So I wanted you to keep that in mind. Now, I have a couple of things I want to say at the end of this, but what I want to say now is this. Hi to everybody who just logged in. Please put your name in the box. Tell me where you're located and shout out your niche, okay? I would love to hear that. And then if you have any questions while I'm here, I don't have a problem with answering because, I'm just sitting here chilling and hanging out with you guys. And I'm excited to be here live. And I plan to come back live a little bit more often so I can hang out with y'all. Okay. So, hey, Mo from the Philippines. A lot of my staff is in the Philippines. And so I absolutely love my Filipinos. Okay, so I get a lot of people who say, D, I have been stalking you. I've been watching your video for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. My husband and I have been sleeping with you. My wife and I have been sleeping with you. That's crazy, right? That's crazy bananas. And I think that's awesome. But what I really want to see is you guys actually moving, right? So there are tons of videos here on my channel that will guide you and lead you in the right direction, but they are not going to help you actually get the business off the ground. And that's why I really like to talk to you guys about Staffingpreneurs Academy, because all the work and the research that you guys are doing on the back end, I've already done all of that stuff for you. And I want you to do that. Now, this is not a sales video. Okay, but I am going to plug that we have a 50% off special this week for Staffingpreneurs Academy. But this is not a sales video. It really is about you guys taking action. It really is about you guys actually deciding, I really am going to do this business. I'm not going to play around with this business. I'm actually going to do this business and I'm going to do it now, right? And really taking the steps out there, whether you're doing it full time or whether you're doing it part time, or maybe you already have a business and it's just not functioning. The majority of my clients that I work with are at the $0 to $15, $20 million range, and they're looking to either start or scale their business. And the recruitment and staffing space is really shifting right now, like super aggressively. So the things that we used to do 2 years, 10 years, 5, 20 years ago do not work anymore. And if you're in the thought process that I'm going to start the staffing business and all I got to do is post the job online and candidates are going to come, especially if you're in the professional solutions space where the salaries are over 60K, you're tripping. I'm just going to tell you right now, you're tripping. We are not in a recession. This is not an employer's market. This is a 100% candidates market, and they have options, and they don't have to work with you. Okay, so you really want to start thinking strategically about what you're doing different in your niche recruitment and staffing business. If you look like every other staffing business out there, you are already starting out wrong. If you're currently in business and you haven't changed your business model in 5, 10 years and you're not hitting your financial goals, guess what? It's time to shift your strategy a little bit. And I really want to help walk with you and guide you through that process, because not only am I in my own staffing space, but I work with agencies all across the world. So I'm seeing different scenarios of different things that are happening, and that's invaluable. You can't get that anywhere, right? And so I really want to be there to support you and guide you and so forth. I love the text messages I get. I got one yesterday. I'm not going to show her name, but I got this text message yesterday. I'm hoping you guys can see this. I'm going to try to do this. Can you guys see this? Can you see that? I made a placement and I got 2 tips on billing. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to put it on the screen bigger. Ah, look at that. Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Those are the text messages I want to get, okay? I want to get the messages where you are like, where's Mama Rockers? Lyric, Mama, can you get Mama Rockers? My daughter's trying to hide. She don't want to be seen on camera, but she here chilling out with me. I want to wave Mama Rockers. All right, y'all know I get fired up, right? I get super fired up, but I want to be able to celebrate on your behalf. And in our Staffingpreneurs private group, we get in. I'm talking about we get it in and we start celebrating and we have an opportunity to really cheer on the Staffingpreneurs who are actually doing amazing things in their business. Naomi, you're laughing at me. All right, I'm going to keep going, but I want to say hi to some people. Elizabeth Walker, she's focusing on IT, HR, administrative. Kimmy, Florida. Hey, girl. Who else we got? D. I seriously just want to take the time to say thank you so much for inspiring me to go for my dream of owning my own staffing recruiting business. Please look out for an email from me. Send your email. I am so thankful to be a part of your journey. That is so awesome. Hey, Donyette. Let's see. It's more. Yes, more placements. Okay, so so I really want you guys to do this business right. Right. So one of the things that I hear from employers is how, a lot of agencies are just kind of just putting bodies in the seats. And while that definitely works for some companies that have a high volume and they don't necessarily care about quality and the talent that they're bringing in, they just need a specific task done at a specific time. Most companies are trying to gain or keep a competitive edge. Most companies are looking to take their business to a different place. They have a company mission. They have a company vision. They have goals for the company, and they're hiring people based on that mission, that vision, and those goals. And I don't know how many of you actually, when you're reaching out to companies, take the time out to actually look at a website to see what the mission, vision, and goals are. But those are that's the type of talent that you are aspiring to bring into that company. And, I want you guys to focus on what your audience actually wants, what your clients actually want, what your candidates actually want. And I want you to be creative and I want you to be strategic. Y'all see King Caesar in the background? Hey, King, you want to say hi to everybody? Say hi. I'll see if he'll sing for you guys in a moment. He might sing for you guys. But I really want you guys to start focusing on strategy. Yes, I'm going to teach you how to recruit, how to staff, how to sell, how to brand your business, how to set your business up, how to initiate a contract, how to negotiate a contract, how to present your right to represent, how to establish your policies and procedures. All of those things I teach you, right? But it's the strategy that you put in play that matters the most. It's actually what you decide that you're going to do that's going to be somewhat different from everyone else in recruitment and staffing that is going to set you apart and allow employers and candidates to say, you know what, out of all the companies I've done business with in the past, this is the person that I actually want to do business with. This is the company that I actually want to do business with because they're this, because they provide this, because they make me feel like this. How many of you purchase items and products and services based on how you feel, not even what you need? And I don't want nobody on this call, on this video, to tell me that you don't purchase based on how you feel. Because if you have more than one pair of shoes, you purchase based on how you feel. If you have more than one computer or laptop, more than one shirt or pants, you purchase based on how you feel, what makes you feel good. And people do business with people they like. People do business with people they like. People do business with people they like and know, but mainly who they like. If they like you, they'll do business with you. Why? Because you resonate with each other. And I want you to be that person, that company that people look at and say, oh, I like her. I love the way she operates. I love how she talks to me. I love how she treats me. I love the fact that that she gets me. I love the fact that she's thinking for me or thinking beyond where I'm thinking. Provide strategies to your clients, to your candidates, all of those things. Okay, that's what it's about. This is what recruitment and staffing is about. I got fired up. I mean, the flames are flaming from my body. That's what recruitment and staffing is about. It's about the passion that you breathe into your business. And trust and believe me, my staffingpreneurs, people will feel that energy and that passion. And it's like a magnet, and they will be drawn to you. Do not use recruitment and staffing as a tactic, right? Don't use it as something that's a tactical process. Actually take the time to connect with people. All right. Now, I said all of that to say it's Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. We're going into 2019. It's crazy. So I was just in the private Facebook group. And next week, or was the week after next, we do our monthly Q&A call, which is private to our group only. However, every year, if you've been following me for some period of time, you know that I do a kickoff into the new year. And we're going to do that live streaming from not just our private Facebook group, but from our public Facebook group, as well as here on LinkedIn. I said LinkedIn. Woody, as well as here on YouTube. So on December 31st, around 11:30, 11:45, if you're not out partying, if you're in the house chilling, or you got access to your phone, I will be here streaming live, and it will be solely to answer questions and, more importantly, to get you guys fired up for 2019. Because the last thing you want to do is go into 2019 thinking, feeling, and doing the same shit you was doing this year and last year. Hello, anybody? Hello, high five. Hello, right? You really want to go into the new year with a clean, fresh slate, ready to take over the world. Why? Because you're worthy. Why? Because it's you. Why? Because something, someone, somewhere, somehow put it in your heart and your mind to support this industry, to support people along their career journey. And so if that's the case, you just got to do it, right? There's no option. Stop playing around with it, thinking about it, trying to figure it out. You just got to do it. And now is the time to do it. You don't want to wait to do it later. You want to do it now. People are depending on you. Companies are depending on you. I'm depending on you. Right? I want to be able to say, like, they came to my channel, they got this information, and now look at who they are and what they're doing. That's what I get fired up about. So I just wanted to share that with you. December 31st, be around. Don't forget, we have a half off Black Friday special if you want to join Staffingpreneurs Academy. If you don't, and you just want to get some products, and you've already been to a recruitment store, starting at midnight tonight, we have new products that'll be launched. They'll be 25% off of Black Friday. Y'all can check those out as well. Finally, I just have to plug. Of course, I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere. Okay. So look, it's your D Williams right now. So finally, I got to plug. So y'all know, I don't know if you know this, but my memoir is coming out. I'm launching a book. I have a book. This is not a staffing book. This is my life story. And many of you have heard me talk a little bit about my life story here on this channel. I trust you are not ready for what you're about to see. So I have a new channel coming out. It's called Individual Audacity. And we have a live show. That's what this whole new set is about. We'll be streaming live 4 different series that I hope you guys, if you're interested in some motivation and changing your life, we're talking about enhancing your career, your business, and your life on that channel. I want you to check it out. You'll see some stuff around here about it. My documentary is also coming out December 24th. And tomorrow, fingers crossed, if we can get the trailers done, you'll see the trailer for the documentary coming out. I showed it to a few of my clients and they were in tears. So hopefully it'll be impactful enough for you guys to want to actually watch the full documentary, many people look at me, and this is, now I'm speaking specifically to my chocolate and my brown people, or anybody who has ever lived a life that that where you were the underdog. I don't know if anybody that's watching this live or watching the replay later, if you are consider yourself to be the underdog, right? I have been the black sheep in my family. I definitely have been the underdog, being chocolate, being a woman, not having a high school diploma. That's right. I do not have a high school diploma at all. I did get my GED later in years, and then I went back and went to college. But, I definitely have been the underdog in my lifetime. And, my book is about you having the audacity to do whatever it is that you desire to do, even if you're the underdog, right? And you guys have been hanging out here with me for the last couple of years. And if you don't know, I've been in the recruiting and staffing industry for over 20 years. And I went from being the underdog at the bottom of the barrel to being the most amazing D. Williams that you guys see today. And I'm just getting started. And, I talk to people that tell me I'm broke. My family doesn't love me. My mom is this. My kids are that. I wish I had. And they stay stuck, right? They stay stuck. They're like, I can't do anything because of this. And my whole thing, I'm not going to cry on this live stream because I don't want to be a baby. But my whole thing is, why do we allow those things to define who we are? We have to establish resolve within ourselves. We have to establish the individual audacity to really say, you know what, this may be my situation today, but this is not where I have to be tomorrow. What are the small things that I can do today that will impact my life tomorrow? How will I thank myself tomorrow based on the actions that I'm doing today? And so that's what I really want to convey in my book. That's what I want to convey through my documentary. I really hope you guys, don't judge me, but really take the time to embrace my story, because I have lived through the absolute worst part of life that you can possibly imagine. And I'm still smiling. I'm still motivating. I'm still inspiring, because I honestly and truly believe, based on knowledge and experience, that who I am right now and what I'm experiencing right now does not define me as a person. It's just building character and allowing me to expand my story later on in life. And I know if you're an underdog like me, I'm an underdog. If you're an underdog like me, you are truly going to be inspired by my life story. You are truly going to be inspired by the things that I have experienced. And you're going to walk away and say, oh my gosh, Dee, if you went through that and you're here, then what I'm going through right now is just not even relevant, right? It's small compared to what you've experienced. I can do this. I have the individual audacity to win. And that's where we're going. So look, as you guys can see, I don't know, it's kind of a glare. We're going to be focusing up on turning up your inner flame, right? On the inside. Y'all see my anime stuff. You know, I'm addicted to anime. We're going to be talking about turning up your inner flame. And y'all guys, I don't know if you can see this. I have been producing my own music. And so we have a theme song about turning up your inner flame. It's going to be so awesome. And so I'm so excited about you guys checking it out. So if you see my commercials on this channel talking to you about the individual audacity, please don't sit there and not watch them. Be like, okay, let me check out and see what these got going on, because it may just be one small thing. And sometimes it only just takes that one small thing that you hear in that moment, like, damn, that really changed my life. Or man, it really allows me to see things in a different perspective. Or man, now I feel like that I'm going through this right now. I can get up and move and go. I want to give you some fire. I just want to give you some energy. I want to light that fire up within you so that you can make that next move and take that next step. Because a lot of people feel like, I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. But you can do it. Y'all feel that energy? I know y'all feel that energy. Okay. It's the day before Thanksgiving. I'm trying to take it down. But I just want to let y'all know, I want y'all to feel who I am. And I want to bring that. I want to share my energy with each and every one of you, because that's what it takes for you to grow your business. That's what it takes for you to expand your career. And that's what it takes for you to change your life into whatever you feel is comfortable for you, is acceptable for you. Hello, high five. Give me some high fives here. Day before Thanksgiving, we getting fired up on YouTube Live. All right, anybody got any questions for me? I'll take a couple of questions now if anybody has any questions here. Who else do we have? Thank you for the high fives. I love y'all. Listen, Kiana said, you inspire me every single day. I really needed to hear these words today. Thank you for going live and sharing. Mwah! That's my huge kiss to you, Kiana. I love you so much. Mo said, you're one of my favorite inspiration next to Oprah. Listen, Oprah inspires me, and we lived a very similar life story. So thank you for that compliment. I appreciate that. Mo said, I'm always an underdog at work, but that doesn't stop me. Don't let it stop you. Let it be the fuel that pushes you forward, because Steve Jobs dropped out of college. Richard Branson didn't finish college or high school. I think he dropped out in 10th grade. Like, you see a lot of people who have not taken the traditional route, and they were the underdog. Paul Mitchell. Did you guys know Paul Mitchell that does the hair products, that he was sleeping in his car for like 2 years or something crazy like that, trying to sell his products? Now, many of y'all don't get a client in 2-3 weeks or a month, and y'all already ready to ditch the business. This mofo slept in his car until he sold enough Paul Mitchell products for him to be one of the top paying beauty product producers in the world today, multi-billionaire. How many of you are willing to go 2 years to work on your dream? How many of you are willing to go 2 years to expand your career? How many of you are willing to go 2 years to expand your life? Come on, I'm trying to tell you. Hello. All right, what else do I have? Someone says, thanks for the inspiration, lots of wisdom. Mwah, I love you for that. I'm from Montreal, Canada, would like to start a staffing business. Would you be able to help? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. Tell me what you need. That's what I'm here for. What else do I have? I got a lot of high fives. Does age matter in this industry? Not even a tiny bit. I have a gentleman who is in Brooklyn, New York. He is an Orthodox Jewish guy. I absolutely love him. Young. And I met him, I think he was 22, 23, newly married. His biggest fear was that he was too young in this industry. And he is rocking it out. I won't share his personal business here, but I'll tell you, he's doing way more than $250,000 or $500,000 a year. I'm not going to share his business. But what I will say is that he's rocking it out. He has more clients than he can handle. Okay. And it took him about 1.5 years to really get strong momentum. But the one thing that I love about him is that he didn't give up, and he made mistakes, but he didn't give up. And now he's doing amazing in his business. And a lot of times he's coming on and doing trainings in the academy with me, so age does not matter. Only thing that matters is what you have going on the inside. Do you believe without a shadow of a doubt that this business is for you? Do you believe without a shadow of a doubt as to what you want your outcome to be will be your outcome? So that's where people get lost, right? They focus on all the things that they need to do right now, never seeing what the outcome is. And then when they do think about the outcome, they look at it from a fear type perspective. But you have to have a knowing. Even when shit falls apart, you've got to know without a shadow of a doubt that it's going to come out wonderfully. That however you define your desired outcome to be, that's what it's going to be. So age, education, lack of experience, lack of fun, none of those things really matter. What matters is what energy you're generating into the project or into the business that you're building. All right? Love it. Great question. What else did I have? Should we post anything that's not staffing related when on social media? You can post, well, I think that it's great to be able to post a variety of things, right? It doesn't always have to be staffing matter, but it should be of value. Okay. So 5 years ago, Facebook was or maybe even 7 years ago, it was more of a personal network. Now there is no personal social media network. Employers are checking. They're checking for your Facebook. They're checking for your Instagram. They're checking for your Twitter. They're checking on YouTube. So you just don't want to put things out that will discard you. I'm going to tell you guys a story. This is a real life story. And this is a failure that I had about a year ago. So many of you don't know this. And let me say this way. I don't take the traditional route when it comes to religion. I have my own ideology around religion. And for a while on Facebook, I was sharing my ideology, right? I was sharing my thought process. And there was a guy who actually, at one point, I used to accept everybody on Facebook. And I accepted him, we got into talks. He was going to be $1 million client for me. Okay. And he went back into Facebook and saw some of the things that I had wrote, and they did not correlate with his beliefs. And he cut the contract immediately. And I was like, dang, I don't even have the right to freedom of speech. Not when I'm in business. If you're starting a business or scaling a business, unfortunately, we don't have the same luxuries as other people who don't have a business, who's just working a job. And even them, they need to be careful because people are looking and watching. Some conversations, some topics are just for you and I, right? Just for me and my mom, or just for me and my friends, not for social media. So can you post whatever you want? Post whatever you want. Make sure it's valuable and make sure that it represents you in a way that will not hurt you, right? Or that where somebody can't use it against you later on. We all have the right to feel and think the way we want to think and feel, and nobody can take that away from us. Many people feel some type of way about Kanye West. I absolutely love Kanye West. And not necessarily that I agree with everything that he says, but I love the fact that he's open enough to stand out from the crowd. He doesn't have to believe what I believe. He doesn't have to think what I think. He doesn't have to do those things, because if he did, that wouldn't make him his own individual. That would make him a sheep. And many of us function as sheeps, right? So I really love and respect Kanye for the fact that he says, even though my people, or even though people don't like what I have to say, this is my own thought. This is how I feel. And I'm going to express my own thoughts and my own feelings. And I encourage you to express your own thoughts and your own feelings. And that's scary for a lot of people to do. But I want you guys to be fearless. However, with that being said, just make sure that it's not gonna keep you from winning, right? But yes, you still want to also have like somewhat of an edgy kind of feel, because people like edge. It's a great question. I love that. I hope I helped that. I hope I answered that. Heidi from Baltimore. People in the house. I'm from Baltimore. So, hey, Gloria. Do you know I'm down with you? I'm listening to you on the way to an open interview for seasonal work. I love you walking in the door. Mwah, I love you so much more, my love. Thank you. I post things that my job seeker clients can find of value. That's exactly right. Yeah, and just long as it's a value. And listen, with that being said, let me talk a little bit really quickly about those postings. So it doesn't always have to be job related. Like if you're working in a niche, let's just say your niche is finance. Post things just about finance, not necessarily about hiring, because people sometimes or finding a job, because people sometimes don't know that they're looking for a job, or don't realize that they want to hire from you. But if you post something of value that they can relate to, right? Some type of new technology in your niche space, or something that's going on in the niche space, somebody who had an acquisition or laying off. Did you know Verizon laid off 44,000 people? Did you guys know that? Like, people think their jobs are safe. They're 44,000 people. 44,000. Not 100,000, 44,000. You think your job is safe? Right. Verizon. Right. Okay. And I did an open letter to the people who got who were a part of that layoff on LinkedIn, saying, you might want to think about taking that money that you're getting, right? And starting a business, because you want to be in control of your life. You want to be in control of how how you maneuver through this life space, right? Through this life space and time. So post things of value, share your thoughts, be authentic, be authentic, be authentic. Not so professional, not unprofessional, but not so professional. Show your flaws just a little bit. Let people know you're real, you're human. Compassion. Share a compassionate side about yourself. Show that through your social media. That's what it's all about. That is what it is all about. All right. Any more questions? Yep. I am from Baltimore. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I grew up on the west side of Baltimore. Where I lived at, it no longer exists. My mom, when she was pregnant with me, we lived in Lexington Terrace, later lived in Murphy Homes. You know, those places are gone now. So, yeah, very much so. That is my stomping ground. I was just talking, Gloria, about being the underdog. Talk about being an underdog coming from a place where everyone is in a living in a specific type of mindset. And it's not even thought of to progress in the way that I did, right? Progression when I was growing up was getting on welfare and having somebody else pay your bills for you, right? I was that chick that was on welfare that one day woke up and said, I don't want to do that anymore. And my friends and family looked at me like, what? Why? I was like, I'm going to go get a job. What? Why? That was who I was, you know, and they looked at me like I was funny. But I'm so thankful that I had the mind to make, you know, really solid choices and decisions for myself at a young age, and to define, you know, like I don't have to be who everybody around me looks like. Like I don't have to look like these people. I don't have to be these people. I can be D. Williams and my own authentic version of myself. And that's what this world is about. That's how we expand, right? So Baltimore really shaped me. It really shaped my personality and allowed me to be the amazing person that I am. Let me ask you a question for anybody who's watching live and anybody who'll be watching the replay. What are some of the things that have happened to you in your lifetime that have shaped you for you to be the person that you are today, right? How have these things shaped you in your lifetime? Because many of you look at the bad things, the quote unquote bad things that have happened in your life and say, oh, woe is me, versus saying these are things that I went through and now look where I am. So I would love to hear that. I would love to hear your stories. And if anybody wants to come on my live talk show and share some of their stories to inspire other people, let me know in here or send me a DM or reach out to me on Facebook. I'm at Your D Williams on Facebook and Instagram, YOURDEE Williams. And I would love to share your story with the world. I mean, the world needs to hear, and so that they can be inspired. Another question we have. I have a small pipeline of high-level candidates. I love that. I post a summary of their background, but I do behind the scenes to clients directly to present. So are you asking, but do I behind the scenes to clients directly to present? Are you asking a question? Or are you stating, making a statement? Can you share that with me? I'm sorry. What do you think about that? But I do behind the scenes to clients. So you behind the scenes, you directly present your candidates to your clients. I think that's what you're trying to say. And what do I think about that? I think that's great, right? We call that in the world of recruitment and staffing, skill marketing, MVC or MPC, presenting your most valuable candidate, your most placeable candidate. I love that. Just do it with taste and make sure that the candidates that you're presenting are related to an actual challenge that a company is having. So it's not, it's definitely a term. It's not about just presenting a candidate, right? You need to do research on the back end to know what challenges those companies are experiencing, so that when you do present that candidate, you're actually putting a Band-Aid or you're healing a challenge that they're experiencing right now, versus just putting somebody out there. It has to make sense for the hiring manager in order for them to feel like this is somebody that I actually want to look at. Why is choosing a niche challenging? What are you passionate about? Don't choose something you're going to be bored with, like going to events and stuff like that. Choose something that gets you excited. Like, I'm a tech geek, as you guys can tell. So I like doing technology because I like to learn. I like to test. And I feel like technology is where the future is. Do something that you're passionate about, okay? And if you're passionate about it, then you'll be able to really rock your niche out. I promise you. I had another question I saw. Yeah, no worries, Gloria. I'm so thankful to have this conversation with you. I'm working for a staffing business right now, and I'm really liking the industry. That's awesome. The fact that I'm serving as a representative of great purpose between people who shares and needs opportunities. I love that. You know, this is one of my favorite industries to work in. So I think staffing rules, right? Walter says, hey, D, my staffing agency is officially an LLC. Where's my maracas? Walter! Oh, yeah. Get it in, Walter. All right. He's legal. And you have 4 employees already. Go ahead, Walter. I love it. Launching in March 2019. Okay, so let me give you some advice, Walter. First, I don't know if you've ever been in recruitment and staffing, but don't hire too many people until you actually need them, unless you just got the funds to throw out there. I'll leave that up to you. Make sure that you really think about what niche you want to tap into, so that because you know we have 19,000 staffing agencies in the United States. Most of them look, act, smell, think, eat, sleep, crap alike. You want to really be able to set yourself apart. So you want to make sure you do a competitive analysis to see what you absolutely must offer, and then to define what holes are in your particular niche space and what you can do a little bit differently. Make sure, go to my website at recruitmentstore.com, download the checklist so you'll make sure you have everything in play. Don't be afraid to use talent overseas. They're absolutely freaking phenomenal, and they come in at an affordable price. Plus, we're giving back to our brothers and sisters across the country as well. And I always like to give back. What else did I want to say? Do not put up a boo website, right? You know, the little cheap ones. I love GoDaddy, no offense, but you want to put up a website that makes you look like you're a really reputable company, and not one that you're just throwing up for the time being. Because people are going to judge you based on that. Again, 19,000 staffing agencies on the market. How are you setting yourself apart? What else did I want to tell you? Starting out with your new else. Oh, please, I pray to God you got your domain before you legalized your business. And if you didn't, run right now, get off this line with me and do it. Because there's this thing where companies, when you register your domain, they will actually go and purchase your domain if you haven't purchased it already. And then they'll call you and try to charge you a couple of $100s for the domain that you have. So I always tell people to get your domain first and then legalize your business. I hope that was helpful just a little bit. Okay, yes, you've been in the industry for 7 years. Tech, what are you doing in tech? What specifically? Perfect. Definitely download the checklist. And if you ever need any assistance with getting your business the way you want it to go, creating a roadmap and a strategy, give me a call, 866-432-8801. Ask for Karen or Wanda, and either one of them can help you get you on my calendar. And hopefully we can do some one-on-one coaching for a couple of hours. That's where I'm about to go now. A gentleman who's been watching me on YouTube, he hired me for 2 hours to come out and help him with his business. And or you can actually get into the online training if that makes sense. By the way, online training, half off just until Sunday, y'all. Get your coins ready. Marketing after hours. Do it. What has been your experience been meeting clients after hours while working full time? It's really challenging to meet clients after hours unless you're strategic about it. And when I say strategic about it, I mean, unless you're inviting them out for cocktails or dinner or something like that, it's really challenging to get them. Now, many entrepreneurs or employers or CEOs or whatever, they work after their executive assistant leaves work. The question is, will they answer their phone? So you can definitely do this, but you got to be strategic about how you go about doing it. All right. Gloria said, I am self-employed and new to the business. Congratulations, Gloria. We are here to support you in any way that we can to help you get your business, not just off the ground, but making money, right? A lot of people get that they do this business and they're not making no money, right? And I'm going to tell you one of the number one reasons that the staffing agencies don't make money is because they don't treat their business as a production-based business. And I can always tell that. So out of the 19,000 staffing agencies that are out there, 10,000 of those agencies haven't even reached the $1 million mark, or they're barely reaching the $1 million mark. And that's because most of those businesses are super stubborn about not getting a coach. And the reason why I'm not just saying that just because I'm a coach, but I'm saying because there are things that coach can actually help you do and figure out to help you get you way beyond the $1 million mark. but they don't want to invest that time or that money to do that. They want to figure it out on their own, and then they stay stuck. They don't understand that it's a production business. They don't understand how to hire the right internal employees with the right mindset to push the business beyond a certain place, and they're missing out. Right? If I was starting a business now, I don't care what, when I started producing music, right? I hired a coach first. Just when I had the idea, before I went and got my ASCAP license, before I got my BMI license, before I learned how to do anything, the very first thing I did was hire a coach and said, what do I need to know about this business? What do I need to do to ensure that I'm building a publishing company that is going to be reputable, that I'm legally in compliance, and what technology do I like? I hired a coach first. He gave me a whole checklist of the things that I needed to do and told me some pitfalls to watch out for, and then told me to call him back in 6 months. Now, almost, I guess I'm 8 months in. I produce so much music. Almost all the music that you guys hear on my channel is produced and written by myself. Hey, and yeah, I mean, that's what you do. You hire the coach first, not last. You don't wait till you're struggling to hire the coach. You hire the coach first. That's what the coach is there for. Let me just see. Great points. The company I work for gave me a 30-day notice because they couldn't afford my salary commission. I watched all your videos, podcasts, downloaded your list. Now they are my first client for my company. Kiana! Go Kiana! Go Kiana! Go Kiana! Girl, do it! Yes! High five! Now you got me even more fired up today. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. I also got another comment. The longer you stay, the more questions I'm going to hang up. I got to spend some quality time with my mini-me over here. That is hilarious. She's like, I'm going to keep asking questions, D. Let me just sit in. One more question. I have an MSA from a staffing company I worked for, and they shared it with me to use. Still get a lawyer to review it 1,000 times 10 to the 18th power. Yes, yes, yes. Still get an attorney to review it. Even the forms and agreements I have that an attorney has actually reviewed and approved by law, he says, tell people to get an attorney to look it over, because every state is different. Sometimes the verbiage may not be conducive to your business model. You want to be able to protect yourself. That attorney is there to work for you to help you protect your business. So yes, yes, yes. All right. Now we had like 20, 30, 40 people on this live at one point. We're down to 11. I just want to say happy holidays, guys. This is Thanksgiving. And, you know, even though we did some real foul stuff to get this holiday, hello, we'll just leave that for another live. We do celebrate this holiday, and we can really make Thanksgiving what we want. And Thanksgiving is definitely a time for us to give thanks for the things that we have and for the things that are to come. And I would like to just, if you guys just have a moment under this video, just share for what you are thankful for now, and what you are thankful for that has happened to you in your past, and what you're thankful for that is to come. I'll share with you mine in the comments below. I absolutely love you guys. I will see you live officially December 31st to kick off the new year, but I'll probably chime in a little bit before then, now that my internet connection is banging and I can stream with ease. I love each and every one of you. And I have to tell you, I'm so humbled and grateful and thankful that you guys are here with me on my journey. I saw you guys when I was pregnant with my first child at the age of 11. I knew my life was going to be so amazing, and I knew you all would be a part of it. I just didn't know who your names were or what your faces were. And here you are with me, walking this journey with me. I could never be more grateful and thankful for you than I am right now at this moment in time. Happy Thanksgiving every day. I love you. Mwah. Bye.